Hello and welcome. My name is Waldo and this is a Dynahoe 160 that I purchased in non-functioning condition. In this video, I'm going to try to get the hydraulics working. In the last video, I got the Detroit diesel engine running. In this video, I'll pick up where I left off. I need to add coolant and connect the air filter housing so I can run the engine for longer durations. I also need to hook up the front and rear hydraulic pumps and then add hydraulic fluid. I'll have to take at least one trip to the local hydraulic shop to get a hose made. Well, there's nothing to it but to do it, so let's get to it. The cooling system has a capacity of 5 gallons. I typically use a 50-50 mix of Prestone concentrated antifreeze and distilled water. Alright, so I have the air box here. I'm trying to figure this out now. So the air filter obviously goes in here. By the way, it looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It also looks like it's probably a pretty expensive air filter. So I'm going to reuse this. That goes in there like so. I have this pre-cleaner, I suppose, which is a little dirty, but that goes right here. And then there's this. No, this goes out the top of the engine, or the top of the hood, rather, and it goes onto here, like that. It looks a little bit hacky, but I suppose this is how it was. And then I think it was just held on by like little pieces of wire, but I don't remember exactly. So I got to figure out some way to secure this onto here. It'll probably end up being a hack job, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Next, it's time to install the rear hydraulic pump. It's driven by the timing gears here at the rear of the engine. It's pretty tricky to get to, so I'm using my GoPro in a pretty awkward position here, but we'll see. I think you'll be able to see it all right. Trying to use a bolt that's too big to fit in. That's why it's not working. Does this fit in here? Yeah. Wow. Well, that's interesting.
Alright, next it's time to mount the front hydraulic pump. That spline shaft
plugs right into that shaft there, which attaches to the crankshaft pulley. I just went to the hydraulic shop and purchased a couple new hydraulic hoses, so I'm going to install these now. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is a huge filter. Wow. I think that's bigger than the filter that I bought to replace it. Alright, so this right here is the filter that the Wix website said I needed. And this is the filter that was in it. And there's a pretty big size difference there. My guess is that this is probably for the older Dynahoe 160s. Those actually had a smaller hydraulic reservoir, whereas the Series 3 models had a larger reservoir and I suppose probably have a larger filter. So the Wix website is wrong on that one. I guess I'll just try it out without changing the filter, and I'll see if I can order a filter and install that later. Alright, so the total hydraulic system capacity is, I believe, 48 gallons. The reservoir itself has a 26-gallon capacity, so I actually didn't buy enough hydraulic fluid because I didn't realize it took that much, but I'm going to fill it up a bit and we'll try it out that way. Before I add any more fluid, I'm just going to start the engine real quick, just to take a look around and make sure it's not spewing fluid from anywhere. I would hate to add several buckets of hydraulic fluid just to have it all spill out on me. It would be terrible. It's expensive too. It would make a mess. All right, the only leak I could find is that it's actually leaking from right here. So I'm just gonna tighten these bolts up and see if that fixes it. When I tightened these up, I don't know, I don't think I tightened them up that much. There's a little bit of tightening I can do. Well, I guess I'll start it up right now and we'll see. Yeah, it's still leaking from here, so I gotta get this sorted out. It looks like it uses a cork gasket that's pretty old. So I'll see if I can find a replacement. Alright, so I bet the issue is that this hydraulic filter is clogged and it's causing too much pressure in here. And, you know, the gasket may also be bad, but probably the hydraulic filter is the main problem. So I'm gonna see if I can replace both. Oh, no, yeah, the gasket's actually, it is bad. I'm not sure how I missed that. It's missing there, so, all right. Well, in that case, maybe the filter's fine, and I just need to replace the gasket. All right, I'm just going to replace the gasket, because I can probably do that today if I go to O'Reilly's or somewhere and get some gasket material, but I can make one up real quick. Alright, well, I'm going to start it up here and hopefully it won't leak out of this. Well, with no obvious leaks, I'm going to go ahead and add more fluid. Still nothing showing on the dipstick. Actually, it is registering on the dipstick, but it's still kind of on the low side. It's pretty close. Alright, well this is it. I'm going to start by seeing if I can move the loader frame up. I do have a jack here which is holding it in place, so I got to move it up a little bit. Remove the jack before it falls out and maybe damages the ram here. But yeah, we'll test this out, see if it works. Well, it works great. This is a really different look having these loader arms down for a change. They've been up for so long now that that's kind of what it looks like. So, super excited. I'm gonna try the backhoe next. All right, here we go with the backhoe. There's a lot of stuff here that could go wrong, so let's see what happens. So this is leaking pretty badly up here. That's unfortunate because that is a really big cylinder. This thing is probably going to be pretty expensive to rebuild. I don't know, we'll see. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with that. It's also really heavy, so like I can't lift this thing by myself, I'm sure. So somehow I got to get this thing off and get it rebuilt. So here's the main boom cylinder. You can see it dripping hydraulic fluid up there. It's leaking from the seal. So there's actually one more thing to try, and that's to see if the steering works. There is a little bit of leaking coming from that seal right there. And it also, I don't know, yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of leaking coming from this one as well. Well, this was a success. I'm glad to see everything works, but with only one major leak. I'll be bringing the boom cylinder to the hydraulic shop just because I'm curious to see how much it'll cost to have the seals replaced. Once I have the boom cylinder fixed, I'll be able to drive this for the first time, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching.